so there's that option. But I think T1, they have, you know, the ball delivery, they have this engage, they have the movement speed of the Sivir to follow up on that, and they have the bar.
Too close to the turret. Zeus not wanting to go for anything. Phase Rush getting the Galio out. Flash has to be invested here by Keria as he gets the two-man ult. There's the magical journey as well. Immediate flash from Viper gets him out of there, and now Peanut looking for an angle. It could be Keria that they can jump towards because he doesn't have his flash, the heroic entrance to deliver the Galio, and there's first blood over to Viper. The angry orange coming out there as well as it does come in. Justice Punch going to connect as well as the Cyclone has to be invested here by the Wukong. And the Orianna is just taking crockery in the mid lane. We'll be able to take that first plate as we can see there.
Had ult. I think maybe, I mean, he'd been his ability, so probably not the best time to look for it, but now looking for these grubs.
All right, let's see whether they can actually fight for this one.
Zek is resetting. He's going to TP back in.
Yep, kind of an awkward position, but there's a very aggressive teleport. Still, the flash in from Delight to try and lock down Keria. Doesn't quite have anywhere to go, so he is going to be the sacrificial lamb. T1 did manage to take two of the grubs, though, so already they do secure the objective, but they do sacrifice Keria for it. And Doran, he's the one taking plates on this side.
They have to sacrifice their support in order to get an advantage for Doran. Now, though, looking for a play here. This is Faker coming in alone.
Yeah, we've seen teleports like this not go so well today, as there's the Magnustorm. Faker looking for the angle, but everyone shows up, and Delight's able to tank the turret. So that was not the teleport that he wanted. Maybe don't listen to Morgan next time when you get TP advice.
See if they can get in position. I don't think it'll be in time to answer this dragon.
Delight is going to move over. Peanut was thinking about stopping the Raptors, but I think that he is still just going to let this one go. Down to 7, no vision, so wasn't ever an issue here for T1. They will be able to come over and answer this. Delight will be able to clear out the vision. Let's see whether T1 can actually make a play for this one. Tempered Fate is available. Keria can be pretty annoying as the teleport is going to be invested. Keria's taking a lot of damage, but he can do a lot of disruption from a long way away as all T1 are grouped up. On the hunt has been popped. Zona walks in, just steals their lunch money. That's a way to do it as the Winds of War come out, but a little bit late there is Zekka, unfortunately. And now T1 fancy a fight. They want to be able to pick up this eye. There's the Magnustorm to try and pick up this Ambassador. She goes golden though. The heroic entrance is mistimed, and Doran not even able to pick up the eye. It's Ona that's able to collect it there, but the Ambassador is going to go down. And now right into the Rift Herald immediately goes T1's jungler Zeus, keeping himself alive for such a long time as Keria down to 200 health, but there is the first turret going over to T1 as well.
Yeah, fight. And even though they did get Doran in the end, I just don't think it really means anything.
Yeah, turret is going to be answered here by HLE, but first turret was already gone.
So once that momentum's gone, it's very hard to get back.
Let's check this one out from Owner again. He picks up the eye, immediately puts it down and gets in. And he was the one that was low, right? And so takes it for a drive. This drift was kind of sick as well, as you can see. Able to get on over, takes first turret.
I think it might have been Doran who put the eye down and he picked up afterwards, no?
But I think Zeus has a lot of longevity in this game. I think depending on what Zekka is going to build, he will also become more and more dangerous. As Chains of Corruption going to connect here on to Gumayusi. Tempered Fate is there to try and keep him alive, but now he's in a sticky situation. Redemption comes down though, and Peanut goes in! And I think he may have gone in a bit too far. Gumayusi just baiting them for T1 at this stage, as we're going to check this one out from Keria's perspective. And the flash over as well.
Yeah, I mean, the timing's so good. It denies the burst. Again, bursty comp. You're playing a poke virus. It is that you have the auto reset in the W, so if you auto W a target with those items and you crit, so much damage.
Shockwave going to get eaten by the Justice Punch, but still needs to flash to get himself out of there. We'll see whether he's actually going to be okay, as Ona not quite able to get the knock up. The flash in, the full commit here from Peanut as he gets the knock up. Justice Punch lands, and the taunt comes down. Down goes the monkey. And Zekka will be on the board now. 2-0-2 on the Galio. 2 items just complete. Of ultimates. One of them is on the monkey that is definitely not going to be showing up to this one. But yeah, they may not have Smite, but they've still got Gumayushi, so be careful, HLE. Redemption going to be keeping them healthy. Happens once again as there's a public execution. Connecting onto Viper, but he does get himself out of the way. Chains of Corruption are good. And into the backline goes Zeka. He finds the angle of Magnus Storm. Also fantastic. No one's dead just yet. Gumayushi takes the magical journey to get out, and the Shockwave denies Zeka. The Winds of War will come in, and finally the Orianna goes down. But Zeka may be in trade going down as well, and he does. And Ona turns up with a full health bar to tell HLE to get out of here. I don't know whether they're going to listen to him though, as in they go, down goes the monkey. Gumayushi now in trouble as Zeus takes matters into his own hands, and it's his magical journey he's going to be taking as Carrier gets the heck out of there, and HLE will take their prize.
Just when you think T1 are getting away with murder, escaping with such low HP, HLE managed to clean them up, win a decisive victory, and get the Arakan.
Oh my goodness, okay. A little bit of trouble here as he's trying to get back towards this relatively low health turret. Does have that Justice Punch as the Cyclone does come in. Taunt not really helping out, and down he goes. Nothing they could do about it, but turret is going to still be secured on that bottom side, and Viper trying to get some work done here against Doran as well. Public Execution is going to connect onto this Varus, but he's just trying to kite it out. Double Redemption's coming in there as the Hail of Arrows is going to come on through as Faker finds the angle. Doran's so incredibly low, there is going to be the Shockwave connecting, and that's going to disintegrate the bottom lane. Zeus breaks the arm guard immediately. He's pretty healthy, and he gets on top of Guma, takes him down before he goes out, but it's a double kill for the Sivir as well, and Peanut, he's not going to be winning this fight. T1 reigns supreme. I think that HLE are not going to be too surprised about this one, as the vision does come on through. Peanut is in the area as Chains of Corruption gets the flash out from Carrier. Now Faker could be in a little bit of trouble. The ulti goes wide there from Doran as Zeka gets all in amongst it. Goes golden there as well as he pops the arm guard, but the Shockwave is going to connect, takes down the Galio, but the three-man stun from Zeus is huge. He does have his Zhonya's the Tempered Fate is actually going to keep him in stasis for even longer, and Viper just can't finish off these targets. He does manage to land one of them as a pause. And Viper is the only... How do we unpause this ever?
And I think T1's composition is definitely leaning towards the point where it's stronger.
Okay, here we are. We are back into it one more time. Viper is trying to get away, and I don't think he will actually escape, and he doesn't.
Hey, I said this would happen.
Yeah, that's I agreed with you. I thought that you were kind of onto something there, as T1 with some lower health bars. We're just going to be heading over towards the Baron.
Just Ona and Doran are just a bit too hard to cut through right now.
And remember when this game was even? It's now 5,000 gold in the lead for T1, and Peanut is in all the trouble in the world. He doesn't have... Oh, he's able to audaciously charge towards the Gromp.
That was pretty audacious.
It was. Smallest magical journey. It's not very magical, is it? It's just kind of an archway. But it looks very pretty because it's Carrier's skin, so that's pretty cool. 2 turrets are going to go down, but this is going to be 3 for T1.
You can tell there's a gold bard main out there somewhere who's saying, look, Carrier does it too.
I mean, some of the walls just aren't the same as the others, you know? Yeah. As this inhibitor is going to be taken.
I like to believe that he did it to prank Doran, because that is huge loss. Ends up really pushing it in favor. And now T1 just really looking to close things out. I think someone needs to massively overstep if HD want to...
Well, Peanut, he might be the one doing that. Does have ult, so that is going to divide T1. Chains of Corruption is going to connect. That is a single-man Shockwave here, and Peanut is pretty durable, but Zeka, not so much. And they just melt to the ricochet damage out of this 4.5k in the lead Sivir. And Viper having to deal with this monkey. It's a triple kill for Guma, who's going to make it a quadra. Carrier steals it away. Adorable. We get the zoom in from Jonas Strong as well. And this was close until it absolutely wasn't, ladies and gentlemen. HLE gonna have to try better in game number 2. As just a little leap strike there from Zeus, as Guma is going to convince him to stay in his fountain. And I think he will do exactly that. The only gold lead here for HLE, but the gold advantages are just looking ridiculous. Zeus takes the magical journey. That was so cool. That was the highlight moment of this entire game for me. That was very, very cute. Zeus does go golden. The Nexus will go boom. And HLE are just going to have to try again in game number 2. Peanut, not going to do anything. There it goes, T1.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.